Hey y'all, it's Christy Cook from Teadoddles. It's time for another crafty checkup. Okay, I have to admit I haven't done as much this week as I thought I would. I don't know what it is this week. Yesterday I got in a little bit of a funk, and it extended into this morning. I didn't really get up as early as I wanted to. Well, I get up and make my husband's breakfast every day, but either way, I'm feeling super tired right now, and I don't know why. It's not like I haven't had any rest, y'all. So, anywho, I need to stop laughing so much. I'm making this thing bounce. I'm trying to keep it still. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I know in our state they have, I think they've probably already done this in other states, but no school for the rest of the year, but the rest of the school year. They had at first, we're going to let our public schools go back mid-April, but not anymore. So I started my online teaching kind of thing yesterday, which is not really my courses that I teach in drafting are more of work at your own pace kind of thing, and I'm in the classroom. Usually I sit at my drafting table behind my students and I can see what they're doing, and they have assignments, and if they have questions they come and ask me, because I have students in a bunch of different courses in the same classroom. So it's not like I do lectures or things like that. It's not really a necessary thing in drafting. And if I see them doing something, like say, what are you doing? I can go over there and say, hey, what are you doing? You need to do it this way. So it's not like I have to record lectures or anything like that. I had to figure out some things for students to do who didn't have books or access to the programs we use. So that was a little bit trying. So I spent most of Wednesday morning. Gosh, I was online a lot in the past few days. I think maybe that's what it is. And stay off the computer. I like being on the computer too much. It gets to me. But I did a little course about learning to use Blackboard, which is an online thing for the school, which really I just wanted to see if I could get my books online for the students who don't have books. But it's going to take a few days to get that in order because they're backed up, because everybody's asking for that right now. Anywho, that's what's been going on school-wise. I know there's some parents who are crying right now because their kids are going to be home till the fall. So, yeah. I'm glad I don't have little kids right now. Yeah. My son has gone back and he's doing his schooling. So, anywho, I do have some things to show you. I got some fun fabrics to show y'all that I hadn't shown y'all before. A few little things I've been working on. I had some people ask me about bags coming in the shop. There are some more bags coming in the shop and stuff, which I thought would happen before now, but I've been piddling. I really haven't been piddling this. I've been doing other things, household things. I've been like cleaning out my flower beds. I can only do that for about 15 or 20 minutes. I have to come inside. It exhausts me, which is weird, and I think that's why I'm so tired today, because I've done that the past few days. I can fill up a wheelbarrow and then I'm done, which is crazy. I used to could stay out there all day. Anywho, I had a giganimous lemongrass plant, which when I planted it, it was like about this big. It's taller than me. If you stretch out the leaves, it's really tall. But it didn't get trimmed back over the winter, so I went out there and trimmed it out because some little new shoots are trying to grow out, but they can't really because it's so. I just had to cut it way back. I need to really separate it and plant some in another area. So I planted it beside my rose bushes, not really thinking about how tall it gets. It has some really huge rose bushes. They're like, their names are Betsy and Bertha, if you wanted to know. but they're long stem rose bushes, but they get huge. Anything I plant in that corner of my house, it just gets humongous. There's clay. There's a little bit of clay in the soil if you go further down, so I think that's what it is. Is I have a huge lily. My mother-in-law gave me a, what you call it? A cutting, not a cutting, because you have to divide up the root ball. She gave me some of hers, and I've divided up once already and put it in the front flower bed over here, and they're spreading, and now that thing needs to be divided again. But anyway, that's what I've been doing, some yard work, which it doesn't take that long, because like I said, I can only do it for so long, and then I have to come in and take a shower because I start itching, the allergies. But I thought maybe after a few days it would get better, but it's not really getting better. It's not, y'all. So I don't think I'm gonna go out there tomorrow. Then we had rainstorm come through Tuesday, a big thunderstorm, and well, it's supposed to be, they had a first alert weather, thunderstorm, high winds, la la la. It lasted about 15-20 minutes. It was gone here. That's pretty much all that happened. But it did cool it down. Let's see, yesterday morning and this morning it was like 45 degrees in the morning. It only got into the upper, like 66 yesterday. I think it's only supposed to be 72 today. It's starting to climb back up, y'all. I'm getting the 80s, but it's been nice. Nice. Yeah. And my hair, my hair's out of control. I seriously need it to be thinned. I just washed it earlier and let it dry, and that's just what it's doing. It's crazy. It's just completely crazy. I'm very much regretting not going to the hairdresser when I was on spring break from the tech school. Now I can't, and I don't know when I'll be able to go back. So I've been having to put bobby pins in the side sometimes because they get hot to pull it back and stuff, because I can't put it in a ponytail. It's not long enough for that. I just need it away from everything sometimes. So maybe I'll have enough for a ponytail by the time this is over, y'all. So now let's actually do the crafty updates, as we've talked about everything but craft so far. Okay, yesterday, Christy from Crochet Creations by Christy announced the next challenge in the Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge. She put up her video yesterday evening. We both drew winners yesterday. So if you missed that, you can go check out the Facebook group, because we both had the same prize to give away. Now, she pulled a prize for this month, which is supposed to be her month to do a prize anyway. And I have that same kit too, but I really don't want to give it away, y'all. So that's what I want to keep. We're supposed to only do one prize each month, whoever has the challenge. And she just decided last month to give her kit that was like mine away as well. So don't be looking for both of us to give a prize away each month. I just want to say that. I'm having water because I had way too much coffee yesterday, y'all. Way too much. So the challenge this month is new beginnings. So she associates that with she raises horses, and that's when the horses have babies, is this time of year, this month. She talked about having a horse that was about to have a baby. So she showed a lot of baby patterns for baby things. But when we both talked about this, and new beginnings, we talked about some things that could mean new beginnings in April. You have Easter, which of course is about new beginnings. You have spring, which is about new beginnings. All the plant life is coming back to life, and the birds and the bees and all that's happening. And then I also thought about the phoenix, right? A phoenix that rises from the ashes is new beginnings. It's a great time to think about new beginnings, y'all. I know we're all you know, kind of stuck in a place we probably don't want to be in right now, many of us. But it will pass, and then we'll have a new beginning. So it's a great time to plan for new things, okay? It may not seem like you want to do that right now, but this is a great time to plan for new things. So, so all of those things could be about new beginnings. Now, we also, she said in her video, if you make something and you can tell us how it relates to a new beginning for you, then it will count. But you have to tell us how it relates to a new beginning, because we're looking for things that relate to Easter and spring, even a phoenix, like I said, babies, you know, weddings. She said something about weddings. A lot of people are planning for weddings, although I know of a couple in my family who had to postpone their wedding because of everything going on. It was supposed to be at the end of March. So it's all those things are related to new beginnings. So if you share something, we've had a lot of people, we're not trying to be mean about it, but we both have other groups, right, where you can share other things. We put this one group for us together, all about the Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge. So we issue a challenge each month. So you should be posting things related to that challenge and not just random things. We get that sometimes. Because some people just post to every group they're in and they don't pay attention to what it's for. It just makes it easier for us when we go through the projects to pick out a winner. So that's why we say something about it. But if you post something that is unrelated to, you know, Easter, spring, the phoenix, babies, weddings, those kind of things, but if it's related to a new beginning for you of some kind, please tell us that, okay? So that you can be entered for the prize. Because if you just post random things, you're not going to be in the drawing. So for me, I personally have, there's someone who just had a baby in the family and someone who is due any day now. So I may make some baby things for them, but I have a, oh, I forgot to get it. Hold on just a second. Okay. I have this book, Crocheted Wreaths and Garlands. So I also, and something like that is great for using scraps, right? But I want to make a spring wreath. There's a bunch of floral ones in here, but there's one in here that is, because they have a section called Seasons. So they have the fall. They have an Easter egg wreath in here, but this looks kind of, I guess it's the colors they used. That looks kind of Christmassy to me for some reason. This has a lot of, where is that pattern? This has a lot of floral patterns in it. This is really pretty. This is a garland, but it's, see how they got it wrapped around? Got all little crocheted flowers. There's a wonderful way to use up scraps, because you know we are supposed to be using up scraps and single skeins. Christy gave some great examples of things she made with scraps, things she made with one skein for her baby things. I was looking for something specific and I'm not gonna be able to find it because I'm looking for it. But this has a lot of floral patterns for this is really pretty. It's a sunflower. It even has a little bird in a nest. Because you know, baby birds are hatching. Oh, here's a fun bird garland in here. But it has so many fun patterns in here, okay? And I'm thinking about doing a wreath for spring with a bunch of flowers on it. I have some wreath forms over there. I got from Dollar Tree, and I thought that would be fun because it'd be a great way to use up scraps. It's because they just takes little bits to make those. So she did mention amigurumi. So you're thinking about like Easter bunnies, like my Easter bunny. Well, he could just be a bunny. He's not an Easter bunny, but it's definitely Easter related, even spring related. Although I'm thinking about, this has nothing to do with yarn, but I'm thinking about making a tutu for my bunny. This is leftovers from, this flips up better. What do y'all think? Should I make a tutu for my bunny? Isn't that cute? These are leftovers from where I did a quilt out of the first year of a little girl's clothes. So those are the kind of things that we're looking for, you know. Like I said, spring, Easter, there's so many different things to choose from. I'll have a blog post going out later today. I'll try to schedule them at the same time. See, I'm going to my parents this evening. They picked up some milk and orange juice for me and get some eggs from them. So I have chickens because there was none at the store down the road when my husband tried to stop yesterday and get some. So I'm going over there this evening, and I'll upload my video then so that it won't take so long. And yeah, so I'm going to have my blog post ready and hopefully schedule them both at the same time. So blog posts will have more links to all kinds of fun things I found related to those things. I didn't do, Christy sent me a lot of baby links, so they will be in my posts as well. She's already shared some in the group, but there will be a bunch of other links for things in there as well. So y'all take a look at it, and I'd love to know what y'all think about what a new beginning means to you. So let's move on along, shall we? Let's talk about some other projects I've been working on. I finished my beanie. This is for kids, so I gotta put the pom-pom on it, which is why I still got this string down in there. Because the string that came with the pom-pom, I could not get it off the yarn without cutting it, so I'll attach it with that piece of yarn. So there's that. Now, I don't like this cupcake yarn. It's very stiff to me. Now, I would think, was it Carrie Penny said that she used it and it wasn't stiff when she used it, so I don't know. Maybe it's because of the colors in it. I don't know. But I have 2 more skeins of this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Plus, I have a good bit of this skein left because I didn't take all of it to make this hat. But these are the colors in there. So I got that. And then I finished another hat. This is for the Hat Not Hate. Well, I haven't finished it, okay? This is what that hat looks like when you make it. This is that hat from Umbalka Crochet, the bulky hat. You make all the panels, and then you're supposed to... She says to cut and seam up the side, like whip stitch, and then you whip stitch the top. I usually do a slip stitch, but y'all, I played a yarn chicken. This was one whole skein. This was some kind of bulky, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. I had 1 skein of it. Yeah, that's all I had left. And I had to slip stitch down the last few stitches of that last row. So I gotta find some other yarn that will match appropriately to even seam up my hat. This is an adult size. This is an adult size, and this is a kid. But the thing about these hats is that they stretch a good bit, so they get that ribbed look of a knit hat. So there's one almost complete for Hat Not Hate. I just ran out of yarn, and I got to seam it up now. So something I got to tie this off and redo it. But I remember the washcloth thing I was doing, and I was talking about how big it was. I decided to fold it in half, put a seam in it, and it could be like a wash mitt. That's what I decided to do. Oh, my stitches are coming out because I didn't put a stitch marker in there. I just got to tie things off, and this is actually the inside of it, so that will turn around. So that's what I decided to do. This is just a lemon peel stitch, or whatever you want to call it. So I've got plenty of yarn left. I'll probably do a washcloth, make a little set. This is that Knit Picks Dishy. I have a few more of these over there. So I thought if I do little sets like that, they'll be good for Christmas. So I started also one of my socks from the Sock of the Month Club that I got from Darn Good Yarn. And I'm doing the crocheted slipper. Simple Turkish slippers is what it's called. So I got this is what I got done. So you can see, this is the foot part. I had to make the extra large because I got big feet. And then you're supposed to, it says to work it in the flat, which I understand that. And you're going to seam up to make the heel and stuff. But the instructions aren't making sense, because the last place you leave your stitch is right there where that stitch marker is, because you were doing like 9 stitches and then do this and then coming back around. So when they start talking about making the sides, it says work in the flat, but it doesn't, like the rows don't continue. Like you end on 15 or 16, round 16. And then it just says sides, back, sole, and heel worked flat. It says see pattern notes, but all that does is say that you're going to be working it in the flat, which I understand that. And it just starts with row 1, but the stitch count isn't making sense for where it meets up with these things. So I got to figure that out. So let's go get a little stripey pattern going on in the yarn, even with the crochet. This is what the rest of the yarn looks like. So I got to figure, I did this in one evening. It wasn't too bad. This is not the right hook. Where's my other hook? I don't know. So I'm hoping, I think they have maybe some video tutorials that go along with this. I don't know, because I gotta figure out what the heck they're talking about before I can even finish my sock. There was a second pattern in here, but I don't want to pull this out and start over. But yeah, it does fit my foot. It's not a snug fit, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. If I can figure that out and finish up my socks, little socks. So I may actually try to knit a pair with one of these. I haven't knitted socks yet, and I haven't finished the sleeves for my sweater yet because I haven't knitted on them in a few days, but that's okay. So the other day I told y'all that I had finished one of my t-shirts I had cut out. I didn't have it in here to show you, so I thought I'd show y'all. This is a very sheer, lightweight knit. This pattern comes from Blank Slate Patterns. It is just 2 pieces. So this little sleeve is built onto the piece. So this is a very easy pattern. Now, I don't like the way, I got a little flippy going on in my hem because I used a zigzag stitch, smaller zigzag stitch, and it didn't work very well on this particular fabric, but I would just be wearing this around the house because it's so see-through. I'd wear a tank top under it. It's not something I would most likely be wearing in public. So the other one I finished was for my mother, and I've already taken it to her, but it was a thicker knit. It turned out much better. I did the double stitch on it instead of zigzag, but I did a whole, it kind of made it look scalloped because I did the zigzag over. I was kind of lazy with it. I just folded it over once and did that. So it's such a lightweight knit. They're hard to work with. So anyway, I finished that. I have 3 more over here I gotta finish. And I finished my leggings. Well, I put the top on my leggings. These are my leggings I had cut out a while back. Woo! So bright. I only wear these around the house, y'all. This is some thin fabric too. But this is a pattern I got from Tuesday Stitches, I think is what it's called now. I tested it for her a long time ago. And I just didn't make any alterations and made it. And it fit pretty good. Except it didn't stay up because I got too much butt for it. I needed some more butt room. So I had to make that adjustment, which you see how those little bumps are in the back? That's the butt part. That's because to extend, for me to go around that curve of my butt, I had to measure that and add that in. So it makes the pattern look really weird because you split it out and you bow it out so it sticks well like that, because I needed the room for my butt. But anyway, it fits my butt good. We'll just say that. And I added pockets. So I want some more pants and pockets because I'm constantly losing my phone around the house, and this is just falling. And my stitches have come out right there. I wore these the other day, which means I need to reinforce those stitches. That's stretched too far over my boo honey. But anyway, it's got a double pocket that stretches across my thigh. You put stuff in, and this is just a double folded piece of leftover knit I had for the banding at the top. Made it a little smaller so it would hold up. So I have worn these even though I haven't finished the legs. It's not gonna ravel because it's knit, but it looks, plus they're too long and I need to trim off. But, and I may do it, I may not. Some, you know, I can wear them for what I want to do with them. So I finished that the other day. I've got some other tops cut out over there I need to finish, and I'm going to pick out a pattern. I've told y'all that before for y'all to see me sew or not. I'll give you some tips about sewing parts of it. I can't like go through all the pattern pieces and stuff like that because that's not, it's someone else's pattern info, if that makes sense. So anywho, I can give you tips on how to sew things together. I'm gonna do a pair of pants and a dress, probably some tops. Yeah. So anywho, I need to make this for this bunny, don't I? It's just so cute. So anyway. So I have some other fabrics I want to show y'all right quick before this gets too much longer, because it's not supposed to be a podcast. But anywho, so I got my first order in from, no wait, this first little top part is from the Fat Quarter Shop I ordered before. I just really liked this print, and I got these fun prints that have like, these are like some cute mini maker bags. There's some pencils on them, little fat pencils. This one's got hot air balloons on it. It's just fun. And this one's got donuts on it. Who doesn't love donuts? Now this one I got to go along with a whole theme of food themed stuff. Because I have this Fat Quarters set that I showed y'all before that's called Food Trucks. It has all kinds of, it has food trucks on it, and then it has hot dogs and tacos and Wonder pretzels and stuff. I'm gonna do that this summer, just food themed because I like food. But I got this donut one to go along with that. Now this next set of fabrics I got from Zook's fabric store. Someone sent me an email with this one and one other one. And they have some fabulous fabrics, and they're really cheap. So y'all need to check them out. They have a, okay, their store is located in Intercourse, Pennsylvania. That is quite a strange name for a town. But I do know that the store is closed currently, but they are still selling things online. So I showed y'all before some fabric I got with the ladies on the beach sunning. So I got this to go along with that. This is like, looks like the beach umbrellas. And then this goes with my food truck one. It's ice cream cones. And this is pretzels to go with food truck one too. And then I found this, which is a really cool one. It's got thread spools and scissors on it. It'll go great with some other things I got going on. And then this is just some purple gingham fabric, which is always good for something. And then, where did I put? Oh, there it is. Okay. So then I got this one, which is a green. Of course, I thought it was a pale blue. I should have read the description because You can see the picture. That's what I saw. It does say light green beside it, but that does not look like light green at all. So, but anyway, I'll still use it. And then I also got it in this eggplant purple color. I've already cut some of this out, but just a good fabric for linings and stuff. And then I got this. I actually got 2 of these really fun panels. It's like a chicken feed bag. Yeah. So I'll be making some fun bags out of that. Hadn't decided how to cut it up yet, but I got 2 of the whole panels. I really like it. So, because I got all those fabrics, I have them in sections for like the canning jars and the farming and all that stuff that I'll be doing. So right now I'm working on, I didn't get all the bags finished that I wanted for my maker bags in March, but I'm going to finish making them up and then I'll be moving on to springy kind of things. Now this farming chicken stuff probably won't come till summer. I associate summer more with the farmer's market. That's when we would go to the farmer's market more. So that's why I want to put it there with my food truck stuff. And beachy kind of stuff. I don't know yet though. I know I'll be going into some spring stuff next, like super springy. I've got some fabrics over here with bees and some other spring, summer, you know, it'll be that kind of thing coming on. So I also got this fat quarter bundle from, ooh, I don't have the tag. I ordered it from an Etsy shop. Oh, but first, I got this from Fat Quarter Shop too. This is called Pop. This will go along with my food truck stuff too. It's soda pops and just fun prints like that. So, oh, this is a fun one. These are balloon animals. So, and I don't remember who I got this from because I didn't put the paper over here, but I got it from Etsy shop. I think it's one I've ordered from before, but it's just a bunch of paint splatter fabric with different background colors. I thought that would be fun for different things. So that's what that is, a fat quarter bundle. And I got this fat quarter bundle, which is called Storylines. And I got it because it was really cheap. And it had a bunch of fun patterns in it. I'll show all of them. And I thought those would be great for trims and pockets and things. But I didn't realize it's like a linen fabric, y'all. It's got a texture to it. So it's not like a basic cotton. I didn't realize that when I ordered it. Which means I'm going to think a little differently about what I use it for. But that's okay. I'll still use it. So, I think that's it. Y'all, there's more stuff coming in the shop. I just been trying to motivate myself, I guess. I don't know. I've done a bunch of housework, cleaning my garden and stuff like that need to be done. So, hopefully my brain will get back because I've got to finish up this stuff for the Mini Maker Bag Club. Y'all, I almost shot myself in the foot with those because I wasn't thinking about the fact that shipping for things is taking longer right now. And when I went to order my fabric, the fabric I had originally picked out for the interior of the bags on fabric.com, it wasn't going to get here till it was time to send them out. I was like, no, I can't do that. And that was last week. Yeah, it was still in March. And I was like, so I wound up finding something on an Etsy shop. That seems to be the best way to go. Plus I can support the small businesses on Etsy and during this time. They are still shipping. I had someone ask me that they thought you couldn't ship on Etsy right now because of the coronavirus, but you can still ship things. It just may take longer. So just be aware of that. I know Amazon right now is prioritizing things, necessary things first, so it's going to take longer to get there. So there were some things I had to order off Amazon, but they did make it. So Because there was one thing I had put in my cart that I was intending to order for the club, but it wasn't going to even be here until the 19th of April. I said, that's not going to work. So I had to change things. So I've got to be more aware of that. I also had to order more drawstring material for my bags, and typically I order it from twilltape.com, which is out of Marietta, Georgia, but they didn't, for some reason, the size I normally order, they only had black, and I think it's because people are making the mask, and maybe they're using it for the mask, but that's kind of why twill tape is used for those. But and plus the shipping was gonna be like $18 because they were using UPS ground, and I think that's got to do with everything that's going on. I hope that's why, because last time it was only like $8. That's a lot. So I found another place and I ordered it. I like it all right. It's a little more than I'd pay at twilltape.com, but I had to go ahead and order it so I'd be sure I'd have it for what I needed. So luckily all that worked out, because I really thought I was gonna be in a pickle. So now I will say that I plan on doing a preview video for that next week, and I'm going to be shipping those out in batches because I'm trying not to overwhelm the mail lady out here, because I can't go to the post office. I mean, I probably could, but I'm trying to avoid not going to the post office. I know our governor just is issuing a, what do you call it? Stay in place? No, they call it something else. Anyway, you have to be out if you don't have to. And so if I can put it in the mailbox, I have a big mailbox, but I don't want to put so much in there at one time. So I'm trying to space it out, because I was going to mail out everything I had packed up for orders in the shop Tuesday. And then I realized the storm was going to come through about that time, and probably about the time she came to the mailbox. So I just put a few in there and then put the rest in the next day, because I didn't want her to be trying to get mail in the rain so much. Anyway, so I will, when I mail those out, Mini Maker Bag Clubs, I'll have all the labels printed out, and so it's going to give you a notification, but I'm going to do a few, like, so many at a time. So, yeah. Now, I think that's enough. I talked more than I thought I was going to talk, didn't I? I always do. Yeah, my dogs are driving me crazy just a wee bit. They think that they're supposed to go out constantly and eat constantly because I'm here trying to keep them on a regular schedule. So we'll go back to work eventually, and I don't want them to think that they can just do whatever they want to. So, yeah. And I have to walk both of them now, but I am getting my walks in. Like my little dog, he's usually really fast, but he walks extremely slow sometimes when you're on the leash. Just like creepy slow. I'm like, why are you walking so slow? We're coming out here to walk, get some exercise. Why are you walking that slow? But I don't know. Anywho, I think that's it. I'm gonna let y'all go so I get this edited and stuff. I got a blog post to edit. Oh, I know what else I was going to say. I can't show you the block I finished because I don't know when the blog post is supposed to go up. I had to turn in my picture yesterday, but then it said blog post was to be announced. So I don't know what's going to happen yet, so I can't show you the finished block. It's a block for a quilt-along coming up with the Fat Quarter Shop that I signed up for. I just want to show you the fabrics I use. I really love it. So I have some left over. This is one of the corners I had left over. I can show you that. But look, it has the little jars on it, and then this pretty blue fabric. And I paired it with this fabric I had in my stash, which was like, it's a wordy print, but it's all about gardening and stuff. Isn't that pretty? I liked the black and white with that contrast. See, I have some more of this fabric. It's not in this color, It's actually got the teal background and then white outline, so you can see the jars better on it. It just says jar. It don't say like ball or anything like that, but isn't that cute? I really love how the block turned out. It's hanging over there. I'm gonna turn it into a mini quilt wall hanging. So I'll show it to y'all when I can, and look out for the blog post. And oh my goodness, if you signed up for my newsletter, I completely forgot to do a newsletter Sunday. We had to take my son back to Atlanta. I was too pooped, and I was like, I'll just do it Monday, and then I just kept forgetting about it. So well, there ain't no sense in doing it now. I'll just have to do it next Sunday. So I do apologize about that. Yeah. And I will have a tutorial coming up on the seatbelt covers. I did add that link back. I forgot to put it in the last video where I talked about the seatbelt covers. So I am going to do a video on that still. What else? I don't know, y'all. I feel like I was all excited because I was like, oh, I got time to do all these things I've been wanting to do. But then it's like, I don't know what to do now. That's just crazy. I got to get more organized. I got to get focused. I think that's what it is. I got to focus on what I need to do. So, yeah. I hope I'll get more focused. I'm going to try to do more of these. Not as long as this one. I think it'll make me feel better to talk to y'all every day. I do like hearing from y'all in your comments. My phone wasn't showing me my comments for a long time. I'd have to go in through my YouTube studio to even see if I had comments because it wasn't giving me notifications. It finally started back doing it yesterday. So I don't know what's up with that. YouTube's weird. YouTube is weird. So anywho, I look forward to hearing from y'all in the comments. And I'll be seeing y'all again soon. So y'all have a life lived creatively and stay safe. Wash your hands. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.